I've never started out to break any records. I've always tried to do the best I can for the team that I'm playing for. And if in getting those runs I should happen to break any record, well, naturally, I'm very pleased, but I do not deliberately set out to try and break records.
There's only one player ever that's the greatest batsman of all time, it's Sir Donald Bradman.
Suddenly here's this guy who comes along, seems to make 100 every time he bats.
There's no one ever in the history of the game, before or since then, that's been twice as good as the next guy.
He was phenomenal, an absolute phenomenon.
Don Bradman was, without question, the greatest cricketer that ever lived.
Bloke averaged 99. He must have been something special.
The greatest player in cricket, it's got to be Donald Bradman.
I've never seen anybody come near him since, not a single soul. I don't think I ever will.
It stands as a monument to the greatest sportsman Australia has ever produced. The small country town of Bowral, west of Sydney, is the destination for one of world sport's great pilgrimages. Home to the Bradman Museum, it's where he grew up and dreamed of playing for his country.
I think there's only one word to describe Don Bradman. He was a freak.
In some ways, you know, you just shake your head about, you know, his life. I mean, he would be walking down the street and people would just stop cars in the middle of the road and get out to get his autograph or shake his hand. You know, that you don't sort of quite, and he did that for, you know, the best part of his life, 60 years, you know, where he was for Don and you know, just held in such regard.
He was not just a great cricketer, he was a great Australian.
Not only did he know how to score runs, but he knew how to hang around. He often turned singles into doubles, into triples, and that's what separated him really from the very good players. He simply had this insatiable appetite for runs, and he had a way of calculating how he was going to get them.
Over a period punctuated by the Second World War, Bradman broke every batting record in the game, accumulating 6,996 runs in 52 tests, scoring 29 centuries. He scored runs at such a phenomenal rate that his career batting average has become part of not just cricket, but sporting folklore.
His test average of 99.94 is probably the most famous statistic in all of sport.
It's so close to perfection that it's hard to argue against that.
You've got to remember that he played all his cricket on uncovered pitches. Now, they're not a lot of flat pitches like they play on today, or short boundaries like they got today. We had to hit the ball to the fence. And uncovered pitches, and you get some of those, you get some real bad ones. To average that is absolutely fantastic.
You talk to the players nowadays, well, it's not, couldn't have been the same way back then, because in my era or even before, because standards improve, they say that the 100 metres is run in less than it was 20 years ago. That's their analogy, which that's fair. But Don Bradman's record is twice as good as anyone else, so he's got to be the greatest player.
The game is not the same today as it was when we played. Technology has done that, and if Don Bradman had used the bat today, that they use today, he wouldn't average 99.94, he would average 199.94, because the jet propelled things they use today, if he'd used one of those, they wouldn't have got the ball back.
Since his retirement in 1948, the number 99.94 has been seen as the standard against which all players are judged.
For me, Sachin Tendulkar is the greatest batsman of all time. And I said that recently. I said when Tendulkar got a double 100 in a one-day game, surely we must view this person as he's right here in front of us still playing. Surely he is the greatest batsman of all time. And all of Australia, you know, email in saying, well, hold on, what about the Don? And you say, yeah, fair point. The bloke averaged 99. He must have been something special.
When you look at the career averages of everyone else who's played Test cricket. The next highest batting average of anyone who played over any length of time was 60. So Bradman was basically twice as good as the next best batsman in all of cricket, and that's a pretty sobering thought.